So the race has started. We're just going to wait for the restream to catch up, and here's the restream catching up. And both runners going to Sanctuary, where they will find a shield. And you can see that nice little counter in the upper right showing how many pieces of Triforce. So fortunately, our tracker does not need to track that. From the tracker's standpoint, it's just a regular open mode race. But again, probably not going to see a map check particularly, because if we have to get to the point where we're worried about pulling PED or entering GT, that's going to be kind of weird. Now, Sandres is setting up a Houlihan here. He wants to load up on his money first thing. Old Man Sunshine checking the Lost Woods locations. Just finds a piece of heart there. And the thing about this opening for Sandres is it'll exit him at Link's house. So he'll check that item. Full heart container. Just a big 20 so far in Lost Woods and a piece of heart. Bush Crab just vanilla, actually, dropping green rupees. It looks like Sandres is going to go for Uncle Tunnel. Ooh, Tier 1 tree pull is small magic refills. So Old Man Sunshine's now going this way because there are a couple of bushes you can farm bombs under. And it's best to go into Kakariko when you already have bombs so you don't have to pay for it. Ooh, Uncle gives us a weapon, the bow. Though again, we're not really likely to go all the way to Armos Knights and Eastern, though you never know, like, if the green pendant is vanilla, then you're right there. Oh, it turns out Eastern's a 5/6 crystal. And Desert's a non-5/6 crystal, and I didn't see what Hera was. Yeah, chat pointing out that the other weird thing about Triforce Hunt is that Sahasrara and Aegina's younger brother, Murdala, I believe his made-up name is sitting in the Hyrule Castle courtyard, and once you get your 40 Triforce pieces, you go to talk to him, and that ends the game. And there's a Triforce piece on Lumberjack, so unless we have to beat Aga 1 for something else, I don't think the runners are coming back for that. So there's our first sword on race game that Sunshine's found us. So that's part of the Aga 1 equation, and we haven't seen anything for non-Aga 1 Dark World Access, so stranger things have happened. And it looks like our two runners will be converging on the main part of Kakariko from opposite directions. But Old Man Sunshine is out of bombs and doesn't have enough money to buy more. Oh, there's a Triforce piece in the back of the tavern. Sunshine realizing, oh, no bomb, can't do Chicken Hut yet. No money for Bottle Vendor. Yeesh. And Sandres doesn't have bombs either, though he does have money to buy them. And Bottle Vendor's selling Triforce pieces, what do you know? Nothing in the well. Let's see if Blind's Hut has anything. Ah, there are bombs. Lots and lots of bombs. And another Triforce piece. And the Ice Rod, which we hope we don't have to use, though I guess it can be useful for other enemies, but again, Triforce Hunt is not one of those modes where you usually expect to have to beat Trinex. So there are at least 4 pieces in Kakariko that we've seen between the two runners. That's pretty good. 10% of the way there. A bit of a high five in Cackwell. And there's our 5th Triforce piece. That count to 5 is, of course, assuming that both runners clear Kakariko fully. Not like we've ever seen someone skip Bottle Vendor in a race. And yeah, given what chat's saying about Ganon, yes, Ganon is invincible in this mode. And not only will he call you a dingus if you drop in on him, but if you insist on fighting him, when you get to phase 4, he will ask if you have wax in your ears. Okay, so both of our runners did get their 5 Triforce pieces. Looks like Sunshine is going for the Hyrule Castle area, at least Uncle Tunnel. I'm guessing since he's here, he'll do the Front of Escape as well. Sandris is going to get his sword. Old Man Sunshine getting his bow. So yes, Old Man Sunshine is going for the Front of Escape now, so we'll see what's in there. So is Sandris going to do South Shore maybe now? Looks like that's where he's heading. And we have a Triforce piece in the map chest. Another heart container outside of Swamp. The game is sure throwing heart containers at us. So that'll be 7 Triforce pieces once the runners retrace each other's steps. Are we going to see an 8th one in the boomerang chest here? We are. Now remember, with 216 chests and a fair number of them guaranteed to be maps and compasses and keys in the dungeons, over a quarter of the chests that aren't maps, compasses, and keys have been replaced by Triforce pieces, so it's really not that surprising. Ooh, there's our lamp, and another 2 Triforce pieces. 3 Triforce pieces. pretty nice mini Moldorm cave. And so Old Man Sunshine's going to do the South Sword check, so he'll be up to 11 shortly. Sandris is going to see what's in Ice Rod Cave here, and given that he's gone to this trouble, I'm going to guess he'll fake Flipper after this. Otherwise, it's a bit of a hike for one check. Or maybe he'll just real Flipper. We don't have anywhere near Zora money, though. But again, since we're only looking for 40 out of 50 Triforce pieces, you can orphan location, and it's not the same risk as in a regular open mode race of orphaning locations. Okay, the island has one, so if we get Dark World access and a mirror, we know where to pick up an extra piece. But so far, we have gotten nothing towards Dark World access except a sword in the lamp means with another sword upgrade or a cape. That puts Aga 1 in logic. Oh, and there's a bee in a bottle if we want to go check Sick Kid. So yeah, we are starting to run low on checks. We really just have the Eastern Palace area and Aegina left. We don't have any way up Death Mountain. We don't have any Dark World access. We don't have access to Desert Palace. So if we don't find more progression soon, we're going to have to go for Aga 1. There's our Moon Pearl. There's our Master Sword. That is our Aga 1 package. And the Light World Fairy is giving us Red Goo today. Which now means that if we do find the boot, since it looks like this is an Aga Seed, that's another piece we can just kind of grab. Sandra's quitting out because there's nothing on the ledge and he can't afford Zora. Looks like Old Man Sunshine's taking the same route. Though actually, with that lamp, the sewers is in logic, and if that has the key, we could get to the back of Escape that way, and that would be 3 more checks. Green pendants and swamp. We're probably not going to go to that much trouble, but we shall see. And Sahasrara has a piece in his closet. So that means there are 12 pieces that we know are obtainable and 2 more in known locations. Old Man Sunshine doing exactly the same thing, freeing his bee to get some red goo. Another piece there, an Eastern. I'm guessing Sandris is gonna keep going until he finds 3 items, and once you find 3 items, I mean, yeah, it's a 5-6, but the likelihood of us going to Pyramid Fairy is incredibly small. The likelihood of us ever seeing GT is incredibly small because it still has the same junk padding algorithm as it does in a regular open mode seed, so I think there can only be at most 5 useful items in there. Okay, what do we have here? Compass. So I think that means the big key has to be vanilla, and we're gonna be coming all the way through and probably doing our most because, hey, we're here, and if we can find something that forestalls doing AGA 1, why not? Now remember, the main difference between these two runners is that Old Man Sunshine did the front of Escape, and that's why he's ahead in the Triforce count. What are you doing, Sandris? That sounds truly horrible, having to get our first gloves out of Pyramid. Sandris, remembering that rupee basement in Pod that you very rarely see. Not Pod, Eastern. Well, just about at Armos Nights now. Sandris doesn't quite set up the quick kill here, but he's still got most of them. Ooh, and Armos gives us the Cane of Samaria today. Again, probably hoping we don't need it, that we don't need to go to Vitreous or into Turtle Rock, but still a nice thing to have in the Dark World. Especially in, like, pod in Skull Woods where you might otherwise drag a statue. Sandris, realizing that he forgot that big chest, probably won't mind seeing the tempered sword in it. And we are joined by the Bass Beast, or is it the Bass Beast? How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm a father IRL, and it means getting my kids to bed sometimes takes a little longer than I anticipate. And I will say that I am, in fact, the Bass Beast because, well, if I was the Bass Beast, my scales wouldn't be quite as good.
Hey, you never know. Could be into fishing.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I'm sorry I'm so late, everybody, but I got briefed behind the scenes of what's going on, that we're doing a Triforce on 40 out of 50, and we have an Aga seed.
We have a presumptively Agaseed. There are 2 more locations, at least, that we haven't seen yet. We have not seen a Gina, and we have not seen the sewers, the Dark Cross chest.
So
And
we got
both
a
are
few
in
more
logic.
important. No, we got a few more checks to do. But let's take a look at what's going on in that.
Oh yeah, and Sick Kid, right. Our runners got their bottle, and neither of them has checked Sick Kid yet, and it looks like Sandris is about to do that.
Well, that would be a good thing to do. Let's see. Yeah, no, we definitely have. Well, it's looking Aga, unless Sick Kid can offer us, well, a redundant bottle. That didn't help, dude.
Looks like Old Man Sunshine's about to find out the same thing. Oh no, he's going up to check Lumberjack first and see that Triforce piece. See, that's the, consolation factor in having to do Aga, that once the boots show up, the runners will know where to get another Triforce piece almost immediately.
Fair enough. And I mean, that's usually a check that's done. Well, it depends. I didn't see the starting route, but usually I've gone north and then west into Lost Woods at the top. So normally this is a check that I would have expected to see a little earlier.
Old Man Sunshine took the Haunted Grove route to farm for bombs, so he came into Kakariko from the south.
Gotcha. All right, and the Triforce count looks still pretty low, so we still got a lot more race left in us.
Yeah, there are 2 here in the front of Escape, which Sandris is about to get, and then our runners will be even at 13. Old Man Sunshine realizing no gloves.
To do any kind of glitch to get us through that rock, so we gotta take the long route, it's looking like.
Yeah, the question is, will he check Dark Cross since he has to go to the castle anyway? Oh, looks like he's going to Agena first.
Now, is it Agena or Agena?
It's Agena in the Japanese, so that's how I've pronounced it. I know a lot of people see the G and pronounce it as a hard G. I just figure.
Oh, if you're able to see the original text and that's what it means, I'm switching my pronunciation to you.
You don't have to. Don't feel obligated.
There's no obligation. No, but you have to understand, there are 2 kinds of correct. There's correct, and then there's technically correct. And technically correct is the best kind of correct.
I know I've heard that before. Where is it from?
Oh, that's Futurama, but I'm totally taking it for here.
Okay. Yep, I've definitely heard it there. Okay, Sandris is setting up a death warp. So he is definitely going to be doing the... Oh, yeah, you kind of want to grab that key before you open the cell.
Well, Agena had a Triforce piece, so have we run out of checks before Aghanim? Not Aghanim, Aghanim.
We have the Dark Sewers Dark Cross chest, and that's the only other check we know is possible, though if we and it looks like Sandris is going there. If we find the small key there, we can go back and check the back of Escape as well.
So the question is, how long do we prolong the pain?
Well, it's only 1 check.
No, what I'm saying, if we do get that small key, then our pain goes further. And as one who loves
Oh.
watching races, the more pain, the better. Not when I'm playing it, of course.
I mean, we could get the glove and then go up Death Mountain. There are all sorts of things that could happen.
Oh, ooh, I like the way you think. So let's start getting creative in terms of what the worst thing that could happen is here. How bad could this get? Well, we're getting a wish, part of it.
There you go, 3 more checks.
So let's get it in chat. Glove, 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 and we have mirror. No, we don't have mirror. Glove and mirror. Check Death Mountain. Glove and mirror. Never mind.
Or hook shot.
Oh, there's lots of ways this could go wrong. It's fantastic.
We could get the book and walk into desert. All sorts of things could happen.
And if we go into desert, something's got to be boots locked. See, there's all sorts of ways that we can make this nice and evil. Now, I do see a notice in chat about talking about the Agina. Oh, other than Triforce piece, not much behind. Is it GIF or GIF? I have my opinions, but I don't think I'm going to wade into the middle of that one.
But we are now a confirmed Agaseed.
Well, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you want to look at it. I mean, it's not a huge time loss for any reasonable runner here. It's just inconvenient. It's just inconvenient more than anything else.
Yeah, and it looks like Sandris is also going to last location Aga 1, which is not a bad thing because we'll get another Triforce piece out of this. And so we'll enter the Dark World with 15 down, 25 to go, and knowledge of 2 more.
Yeah, for sure. And then we'll get into the Dark World, and then we'll start to have, well, actually not a lot of fun. There's not a lot we can do when we get there.
Because
especially in the absence of a glove.
The other thing is we saw one on Lake Hylia Island, so as soon as we get the mirror, we can get that one.
Well, presuming that it gets to that point, obviously. I mean, we only need 40. I mean, who wants to go swimming if we don't have to?
Well, it's more like once you have 39, that makes an easy 40.
Fair. It's all about them not having to explore too far. You're right.
That's what runners typically do if they know where a couple of pieces sitting out in the open are that they weren't able to get to when they first saw them. They'll wait until those pieces are their completion.
It's a question of routing more than anything else, right? It's a question of which piece do you go after first, and can you try to route that piece in with a convenient. Because you don't want it to go out of your way to Lake Hylia, if you know it.
Yeah, but if you have the flute by that point, it's not too bad.
True, but we don't have it yet. But speaking of inconvenient, Old Man Sunshine doing the tower climb.
And since this is not Key Sanity, the 2 chests in here will just be their vanilla keys, so we're not going to collect any more Triforce on the way up.
We can start to think about one of my favorite games, Counting Integers, version part 1. Because there are several counting of integers that are important. But in this case, how many blue balls are we going to have?
And if chat wants to start putting numbers in chat just so we have numbers flying through chat, they would be more than welcome to do so.
So, Drosy, what are your thoughts? What do you think we're going to get?
I'm feeling in a kind of average mood today, so I'm going to say the average number of 3. What are you thinking here?
Well, considering the kind of day that I've had, and considering the kind of last 10 weeks that I've had, I'm going to go with 7.
Kids been that bad to you, have they?
First of all, it's been forever since I've been in the commentary booth. Because, goodness gracious, it's been forever. Second of all, yes! I already noticed in chat, they're saying, Base Beast only been here for 30 seconds, already being mean to the runners. Have you all forgotten me that easily? Oh, it feels good to be back. Feels good. And it's good to
Welcome
see some
back.
great racing happening too. And it's great to see some great racing too. I'm glad to be in the booth with you, Drosy. This is too much fun. It's been too long. So it's sort of hard to commentate over the tower climb. It's pretty by the book at this point. It's a very easy optimized route.
Well, Old Man Sunshine's almost at the top, and then we can start watching the Aga fight and counting blue balls and all that fun stuff.
So who does the Sesame Street count impression? You or me?
That's entirely up to you.
I could probably muster something. And yes, chat, deep hurting for runners. Stinks when you're playing, great when you're watching. So here we go. Now, we do have some guaranteed red balls. Like that first one. Yeah, which would probably be the only real one that we have to worry about. Let us see here. Oh, I'm going to be very kind tonight.
Yeah, after that first guaranteed one, the next three are 50-50s, but Old Man Sunshine's winning the 50-50s so far.
Oh, now, of course, the fifth one is nothing doing but some lightning bolts out of a hand. And, of course, for those who might not know, both runners do roll the same number of Aga balls, just it makes it fair.
And that was another guaranteed red.
Yeah, after the lightning, it's always a guaranteed red ball. One blue ball. Oh my gosh.
Wow, that was nice and generous.
Holy good gravy. Aghanim, can you please be more like my kids next time? Or maybe it should be the other way around. I want my kids to be more like Aghanim. Wait, I don't think either of those is...
No, you don't want them, like, overthrowing the king and...
Oh, they already did that.
Porting princesses into crystals.
Well, they've done that too. It's like second week of quarantine. Anyway, we have a Triforce piece on the side of the pyramid.
16 down, 24 to go.
And we're just gonna see what comes next. Meanwhile, Sandra's about to get the great news of only one. That was an amazing pattern.
Well, what comes next is Pod, because we have absolutely nowhere else to go.
Indeed, though, I'm a little concerned about Old Man Sunshine's stream here, because that's why I was saying, wonder where I'm going to go next. So hopefully we'll get that all sorted out in just a moment.
Okay, so that was a 5-6 in Pod, and we saw the red pendant in Meyer, which means the blue pendant must be in Hera.
Indeed.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Sunshine's feed there.
Hopefully it's just a quick little internet glitch on their end. I'm sure we'll hear from Old Man Sunshine and get to the bottom of it. So meanwhile, we can just get some new information from Sandras.
And with that bow, we can do everything in Pod except beat Helmasaur.
Or maybe we just got some new information from Old Man Sunshine that there might not have been... I'm wondering what happened. Now, we'll know. So we're getting a death... No, we're not getting a death. What is Old Man Sunshine doing? So Aga's still registered as completed here. So that's good.
Right. I don't know why he saved and quit out and then went back to the Dark World. I'm confused.
Rupee count? I didn't see his rupee count to be able to know if we could have gotten Kiki on the first time round.
Oh. Yeah, he only has 29 rupees.
Oh, well, I was thinking maybe he had 29 rupees before going, more than 29 rupees before going to Pod, but if
and we have slippers and no gloves, so we can't Houlihan now.
No, we cannot. Sandra's
Houlihan right off the bat before he had flippers, so he was able to do that Houlihan entrance.
We've done. Before my time. So unfortunately, Old Man Sunshine getting into a bit of a deficit, having to do some rupee farming here.
And without the glove, the back of Blind's Hut is the best place to farm rupees, and it's only 30 per trip.
I think I know where Old Man Sunshine. Well, I mean, there's a lot of race left to go. You never know what could be blocking final progression. You know, TR, of course, being a pendant means that we're going to need Ice Rod. Oh, we have Ice Rod. Well, we're going to need Fire Rod. So there's always a chance that we can get some, you know, Super Brain routing happen later on. One thing, or you get a nasty Ganon, fight with the terrible Ganon fall. One thing I've learned over these races, it really isn't over until it's over.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing was Sandras did the rupee basement in Eastern, which you hardly ever see. But I think you were here for that, were you?
No, unfortunately, I missed that part.
Okay, so that was the other thing. Sandras both hula-hand and did the rupee basement of Eastern, which you hardly ever see. And that's why he's fine on the cash side of things.
Maybe that might have been the Galaxy Brain play of the day, and that early on might have made all the difference for the race.
Well, we can ask in interviews about his foresight.
True, because you're right. We almost never see the rupee room in Eastern, but I'm wondering, like you said, I wonder if Sanders has had the idea that that it had to have been an Agassi that early.
Or maybe he was trying to get a leg up on Zora money, and that reminds me, Zora is the one thing in Logic that we have not yet seen, because the runners have never been close to Zora money.
And Logic, and the game, of course, doesn't care whether you have 500 rupees from chest or not. It just assumes you could farm to get it.
Right, and I've seen a seed once where Zora had progression, it was last locationed, both runners had about 200 rupees, no glove, and they had to do this rupee basement that Old Man Sunshine is about 10 times to get Zora money.
Oh my goodness, but you know what? You do what you gotta do. So Sandra's, of course, doing the Death Warp to, now that we got that big key, we can go to the back and see what's back there. Also, get on the way to Zora money with the dark rupee room at the back of Pod.
Yeah, that's a good amount of money once we get back there.
Now, I mean, it's not all of it, but certainly better than none. Let's just see what we're going to do. Now, I don't remember, does Sanders bomb you up?
Oh, that Hammer Yump? I have no idea whether he can Hammer Yump. It doesn't look like he's going to try for it.
Oh, that mini Helmosaur makes me so mad. Just the number of times that little booger decided to nail me when I was a kid.
Oh, I hear you on that. He nails me as an adult sometimes, too. Oh, and you were right. Sandras is getting as many of those bloopies as he can.
Well, we have Mirror.
Okay, so that makes the piece on Lake Hylia Island accessible.
Not a chance. I'm just thinking about the locations. We still can't get up to Death Mountain, so Mirror doesn't help us to get into Hera. Because there are definitely some item locations to check in Hera. I mean, if we're desperate, of course.
Right.
Well, we're going
and
Dark Days.
Whatever's on Spectacle Rock once we can get to Death Mountain.
And we have a dig quest. We have a fetch quest.
And that could well be our progression because we're running out of locations again.
And we still don't have a hammer, which means if we don't have a hammer, we don't see Dino Kitty this time around. So let's see what our last accessible item here is. We have a vanilla. Wow. Wow, that's just neat.
And it looks like Sandras is gonna knock off Helma.
Well, you might as well while you're here.
Which will make a liar out of me when I said no way were we gonna be doing Pyramid Fairy, because suddenly Pyramid Fairy's in Logic.
Oh me, oh my. 'Cause, oh my. 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 oh my Well, I saw Pod was one of the 5-6. What I can't quite see on my tracker what the other one.
Oh, it was Eastern.
Oh, Eastern was the other 5-6. Oh, that's convenient. Oh, that's incredibly convenient.
Yes, I think our tracker came up with this horrible idea that there might be a glove in Pyramid Fairy.
Oh, I like that idea. I like it a lot, actually. Again, any way to torture these runners. Now, I'm sad to see that Misery Mire is not necessarily required to finish, or at least that we can tell right now. It's highly unlikely that we're going to finish it.
Well, it's highly unlikely we'll get as far as GT either, so you never know which dungeons the runners will do.
That's true, that's true. Only because what I love about Misery Mire is there's nothing convenient about it. So let's see where we go. Old Man Sunshine on the verge of getting the good news. Interestingly, not doing... Oh, there we go. I was like, not doing the death one. There's the death one.
Yeah, it's easier to do it on the trap than on the Barry.
Yeah, I like getting one hit. I like losing one heart every like less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, and it's nice and armor independent too.
Now, there might be a way for pedestal to be required. You never know, because it depends on how many Triforce pieces are hiding out in GT, because there are an awful lot. But meanwhile, we have my best friend, yours and mine, good old Dino Kitty, my old friend. Now, with Bacon Sword, this should be pretty short-lived. And farewell, Dino Kitty, we hardly knew you.
The cape. Now, we can't do Bumper Cave yet because we still don't have any gloves.
No, but we do have, thanks to him, we've got quite a few good checks on the way. We have Hype Cave. We have Pyramid Fairy. Now, interesting, Old Man Sunshine not being meticulous about picking up all the rupees in spite of what he just went through.
I guess he's just kind of given up on the idea of ever doing Zora.
Which, again, may or may not come back to bite him.
As opposed to Sandris, who's just about at Zora money now.
So we're probably going to end up seeing a Zora route, because if we haven't checked Zora, we also have we checked Zora Ledge?
Yes, because we got the flippers. Zora Ledge was worthless. It was a big 20.
All right. Well, not for Old Man Sunshine. That would have been worthwhile. Please don't tell him I said that. I will be a dead man. Did we also do a fake flipper to Homeless Guy Under the Bridge?
We real flippered to Homeless Guy.
Oh, that's right. We have real flippers, so we don't need to fake flip.
Yeah, it was great.
So
the flippers were an ice rod cave. That's the great part.
Oh, that is so convenient.
Sandris thinks about doing the Pyramid Fairy, then realizes probably better to do Hype Cave first.
So, do we get gloves in Hype Cave? Let's hope not. Oh, game, thank you for not disappointing so far. We got a Triforce piece, 1.5 loves, 2 Triforce. Ooh.
Well, there's our Death Mountain access, and with the mirror and the hammer, we can get all the way through Death Mountain.
This is my... Ooh. So, 1 to 10, what do you say, Dross? What do you say for Hype Cave?
I mean, that was 2 Triforce pieces as well. I'd give that a solid 6. What about you?
I'm thinking 7, only because at this stage of the game, flute is incredibly important. We don't have boots for fast traversal around the land. It opens up a bucket load of check.
That's true. Ooh, and Stumpy gives us another piece. We are almost at the halfway point.
Just a little bit of love. Mirroring back because we're... Well, are we going to get a... Yeah, I think we got to get a K-45 check.
Right.
But
And
I'm
then the
thinking we
question is,
can't...
will he detour over to Dig Game, or is he just gonna then do Pyramid Fairy?
I would wager a dig game. I would wager a dig game only because it's fairly close. It's not too big a time loss. And at this stage, we have so many items in play. Oh, Vanilla Heart. We have so many items that are in play here that we need. Because, you know,
I'm surprised with that many hearts he grabbed it.
Sometimes, you know, when you're looking for something, there's just something satisfying about picking something up.
Fair enough.
And I would make a snide comment about we're only at green mail, but honestly, I don't think that matters to either runner. Now, unfortunately, we don't have access to Village of Outcasts yet because we don't have a glove or a hook shot. So we don't really have an easy way to do anything. So yeah, Dig Game's going to be really fast. And without a glove, we can't even take the emergency exit out. Oh, that's just funny.
And this is not a short dig game either.
I love when seeds are mean. Ooh, a Vanilla Heart piece.
After about a vanilla number of digs, it seemed.
And meanwhile, we blinked and we missed it. Old Man Sunshine taking out House Art King. Down goes the final Dino Kitty of the game, and I go back to my pillow and weep.
And notice, by the way, that Sandras kept digging, trying to get his money back. He actually had a net money loss on the game.
Pretty unusual, actually, all things considered.
And now it looks like he is, if he doesn't get trampled by that red guard, going to activate his Ocarina.
Now, the question is also, do we do a... Oh, no, we don't have a mushroom. I was thinking, can we do a fake powder glitch? We don't even have a mushroom to do a magic bat check.
We haven't racked up that many fetch quests yet.
That's true. Well, in the meantime, may we all stand for the anthem of the Great Flying Goose. For the goose is loose, the Audubon is off the lawn. Come on, chat, you can give me better puns than that.
The duck is amuck. The fowl's on the prowl. The quail is a sail.
The pigeon's in the kitchen.
Oh, and straight to Death Mountain, so we are not going to see the pyramid immediately.
So I wonder if Old Man Sunshine's going to give us some news here on that. Right, remember what I was saying. All it takes is one. So Old Man Sunshine going for the Lake Hylia Triforce piece, just like you thought.
Well, he's in the neighborhood, so I can't say it's a bad move. Other than he now has to get out of the lake, but I think there is a way out. It's a little bit of a loop around, but...
The other Old Man Sunshine of Death Mountain giving us another Triforce piece, and we are officially at the 50% mark.
By the way, since we're not seeing any bunny forms because of the early moon pearl, do you know what the old man's bunny sprite is?
No, I've never seen it. What is it?
A Stalfos.
That is so... Can I just say a big shout out to the entire community behind the randomizer designs of basically everything, from programming this to make sure it works right, to the amazing little touches like that. It's just, the brilliance never ceases.
Yeah, it just blows my mind how many things they came up with. And there are the boots, which puts Lumberjack Triforce piece in reach too.
Way, but definitely possible.
Why did Sandras just save and quit? I mean, I would think it still would have been faster to just walk out of Spectacle Rock.
Well, now we can do the fast Oh, missed it. Ah, I see. We were trying to get the speed walking, like the speed running up the. That would be actually faster to do if the glitch had been pulled off properly.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sandra's not having much luck with that today.
But we will be grabbing our 21st Triforce piece off of Spec Rock.
Now the question is, are we going to do a dip into Hera? Even just the main floor. It's a couple of quick, easy chests to check.
I would think so. Probably depends on where the big key is. We don't have the hook shot, so we can't Herapot.
And frankly, I don't think you'd want to bother at that point. It's just a couple of quick chests. Yeah, figures. There goes Sandra's down to the basement. Oh, that's no good. That's never what you want to see. Because that means that big key chest is key locked, which means there may be something there. And hey, that was convenient.
Okay, so the big key has been... Really? Are you really... Really, for one item upstairs, you're going to take a coffee break?
This is an interesting turn of events. Meanwhile, Old Man Sunshine doing some rupee farming. So...
Seems like a good idea.
Hey, Sandra. What? Like, why? I just... See, the problem is usually I reserve my Did You Know Zelda fact for Misery Mire, because that's a 17-second coffee break. But this isn't far behind. And after all that for the invincibility, forgets which way to get off. Oh my goodness.
That is unfortunate. I hope for his sake that the second item isn't on Moldorm.
Oh, it better be gloved down here for this play. It had better. And no mirror, I guess, getting the magic, but mirror? Yeah, I was thinking if you're going to manually go back up, that would just... Never mind.
Ooh, Old Man Sunshine is missing some of those arrows. That is a... Ooh. He was doing pretty well until that happened.
So do we...
He clearly wants Zora money.
Yeah, I was going to say, is he going to do a Zora check now? I guess with the flute, it's not too arduous to do, because we can just zip over to the witch's hut.
Or flute to 8 and take the whirlpool.
Either or. Tomato, tomato. You still get the Zora either way. Alright, let's hope it's an item for it. And it is! You know what? I'm impressed. Sandra's with the Galaxy Brain.
A bit time consuming, but one more piece.
Oh, dead rocked on the bridge. That's unfortunate. So meanwhile, Old Man Sunshine trying to recoup his investment, going to be terribly disappointed. And we have a Triforce piece of the floating island.
Too bad we need the mitts to get at it.
I didn't say it was excessively on the island. I was just saying it was there. My mouth. What are you, my kids? And meanwhile, we got Sandra's going through one of our favorite caves. That does have its own theme song, but unfortunately, I am not as well equipped as others to sing it about Spiral Cave. But ooh, we get half magic for our ring around the rosy.
Nice little treat. So let's see where Sunshine flutes off to. I really want to see Pyramid Fairy because the game gave us access awfully early.
My money's on Death Mountain. I mean, there's so many checks, like into the teens. Like, you'd be a fool not at this stage. Because Pyramid Fairy, as lovely as it is still only 2 compared to, like, 13.
Yeah, well, we've been racking up Triforce pieces. The question is, if our tracker is right and Pyramid Fairy has our first glove, that could make the game quite a bit easier to get around. Well, there's a wavy coin. Ooh, and a fire rod. So that was a nice paradox cave, even if it's not immediate progression.
No, it gets us going. Absolutely gets us going.
So is Sandra's gonna do Lumberjack now, I'm guessing, and Bonk Rocks?
With the boots, it's a no-brainer. At this point, you might as well. But the question is, are we going to get Pyramid Fairy now? Because I'm looking at the dungeons. Hera, we know there's no point. Desert House, we still don't have access to. We could go into Swamp, but we have no hook shot, and that's a really dangerous play.
Yeah, and it's only at most 4 items.
Hence it being a dangerous play.
And we can't even dive her down without the hook shot.
No, we can't. We don't have any glove to do Ice Palace. We don't have any glove to do Thieves Town. We don't have or a hook shot to do Thieves Town. Yeah, we are really we're definitely getting into a bottleneck here.
Yeah, I'd say Pyramid Fairy, the front of Swamp. Zora. I was trying to think. We can't even do Catfish without a glove.
And we can't do Spike Cave without a glove. I think Sandras is going to give us that pyramid check right now. Yeah, there's really no other play that we can realistically do here. Gotta be Pyramid Fairy or Bust here. Personally, I'm voting for Bust.
In which case, oh, Sandras is gonna do the known piece of Triforce on Lake Hialeah Island.
The question is Old Man Sunshine going to get that extra Triforce piece up north? Let's see what he decides to do. And yes, Old Man Sunshine also going to get the Galaxy Brain piece of Triforce higher up in Tower of Hera.
And Sandras can move around the map a lot faster after getting that piece than Old Man Sunshine could, thanks to those boots.
Feels good to move.
And we can hammer dash and everything.
Absolutely, with the emphasis on and everything. That sounds a lot worse than it could possibly be. So let's just watch the wick wiggle and waggle behind us as that sprite flips back and forth to pretend that it's moving. Yeah, Sandra's a little precarious on that health, so deciding that heart is worth waiting for.
And having beaten Aga, we can actually get to the pyramid the way the game intended you to.
Quick. All right. See what we get. This is either going to be really satisfying or really satisfying. For us or Sandras? Let's find out.
Yes, I'm hoping for really satisfying.
Oh! Rando, you're being Rando, and I love you. Oh, I think that qualifies, Jossie, under your statement of and everything.
Yes, and now the question is, what happened to Sandras's money that he's so far away from 500 when he had been very close to 500?
Because he just bought a bomb.
Oh, right. Costs 100 for the big red bomb.
So right now, Sandra's kind of going, Rud, I need money. So, Saunders, you're not thinking of
Swamp
doing what I think
it
you're.
is.
Oh, I do not agree with this play. But considering all the other Galaxy Brain stuff that Saunders has done so far tonight, maybe I should just not pass any judgment whatsoever.
Well,
I was going
statistically
to say,
speaking, he should find a piece in here in the front.
yes, but unfortunately, right now, we're really looking for progression here more than anything else. Meanwhile, by the way, it's not that we've forgotten Old Man Sunshine, it's just that Old Man Sunshine is now cleaning up what Sanders has already shown us.
Hey, he got his half magic. He needs to be really careful because he's down to 1 heart. Don't want to get deadrocked here.
Well, no, but I mean, if he dies, it's not a terrible, huge loss. He just goes back to the mountain cave.
Yeah, that's annoying walking around.
Meanwhile, Sandra's refilling a little bit there on the health, feeling a little concerned. So what do we find? I mean, you're right. Statistically, we should get 1 piece out of these 4. Silvers! Not needed, but a great quality of life. Thoughts?
Yeah, they're fun to use just to use, honestly.
Unfortunately, they also introduce terrible amounts of lag.
Where is Old Man Sunshine going now? He's cleared out Paradox Cave. He's cleared out Spiral Cave. He doesn't have Dark World to access on Death Mountain without the myths.
Maybe he's forgotten that? And he's done the Hera check.
Did he forget to check the floating island and just wants to see what's up there?
Probably. Yep. That's all it was. Now, see, this is why I'm a little bit uneasy about Sanders' choice. So interestingly, Old Man Sunshine turning in oh wait, no, Sunshine doesn't have, no, sorry, Old Man Sunshine doesn't have the mushroom yet.
No, he was just getting a health refill.
Okay,
And
sorry,
there was a statistically probable piece of Triforce.
No, I'm feeling a little bit better now about knowing where Old Man Sunshine's headed. Probably to do Pyramid Fairy, going to have the big cry, especially because he was just there with the mushroom.
On the bright side, he will only be 3 rupees short of Zora once he does Pyramid Fairy.
And on the double... Sorry, you go ahead.
Love, I'm gonna laugh.
I was going to say, and on the double plus side, it means that we get to continue to watch him get tortured for longer.
Do we really like seeing the left side of Swamp done the slow way?
Do we get a choice? Remember what I was saying, I really disagree with this play at this point. I don't feel that this... Just because, yes, there are 4 checks, but the amount of time it takes to do those 4 checks versus some things that the game gave us in logic far earlier. Like you said, if we got Pyramid Fairy really early on, that mushroom is... Okay, I've known Rando to do red herrings, but...
And use them to cut down the tallest tree in the forest, no less.
Absolutely. So let's see what we find. Well, we've got Red Meringue, the laggiest boomerang in the game. Alright, let's see what's going on now. Where's Old Man Sunshine off to? Getting those last few... Old Man Sunshine's not taking any chances here. Yes, I want to have at least 500. Now I can work. Alright, let's see what's in that drink test. We got a hook shot.
Well, I guess that means Sandris is doing the rest of Swamp.
I'm just not going to question Sandris for the rest of the night.
Wonder if we will see a diver down in the back.
Well, remember, we are still looking for a glove here.
Let's just recap, though. We've seen a vanilla hammer and a French vanilla hookshot already. Gloves in desert.
So now we just need the book in order to get there.
Right.
Which may or may not be a thing. Oh, Sandris, you need a key for that door? Which you need the hookshot to get to, which you are about to do now. There we go, that's better. I know the number of times I've made that mistake myself. And thank you, chat. Sorry, go ahead.
Glove, that hookshot is our Village of Outcasts access.
That is true, but we can't finish we cannot finish Thieves Town unless we have a glove of some description.
What do we need the glove for in Thieves Town?
There's that one large block in the basement.
You can go around it in the next room.
Oh, that's right. See, this is what happens.
Oh, and Old Man Sunshine realizing he can't get to Catfish and is gonna have to go to Zora through the... Oh, and right, he can only get to Zora by fluting to 8.
There we go. So meanwhile, nothing doing so far on the backside of Swamp. Except the Triforce piece. That doesn't hurt. The moment of truth. If Old Man Sunshine gets gloves here, we have a big race. If Zora gives us a single rupee, I will laugh maniacally.
At his bad investment patterns?
And just how evil this game is. Here we go. So much tension. We've got an Argus fight. We've got...
Lessons for sale. So Swamp was the play, and Sanders has just been outguessing us this whole time.
He's been outguessing, like, the programmers of this randomizer. Oh my goodness.
Also, with that fire rod, he can do anything he wants in Skull Woods.
We also now have we have a Sahasrara check with the green pendant. But the question is Sandra's going to go back in to do the big chest check? I wasn't tracking if we've already gotten the map in there or not.
I don't remember either. Maybe someone in chat does.
So Sahasrara might be the play right now.
And chat pointing out that Old Man Sunshine hard reset after finding nothing on Zora, so he's recovered his mushroom and can fake powder.
Which is indeed the smart play. So Sandra's, yep, doing the Sahasrara check. So are we getting gloves or are we getting book? What are we thinking? We're getting love! Holy good gravy, we're just getting love here.
That was probably in the big chest.
Oh, I will laugh. Again, very maniacally. Now, like you said, we do have Village of Outcasts access.
Yeah, and we can do King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge on the way over.
And Bumper Cave, too.
No, we need a glove for that. I mean, we can see on Bumper Cave, but...
Oh, well, yes, I was saying check. Yeesh. I'll take this so literally. Gosh. Right. We are finally in Northwest Hyrule. We get a welcome bomb to the face. So
And
Old Man
Old Man
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
I was saying the same thing. Making his way through Swamp, also doing the smart play here.
Yeah, I was going to say he just picked up his silvers. Well, I think at this point, Old Man Sunshine has last location swamp apart from fake powder.
3/4 of the way.
More Triforce in King's Tomb.
And why did he get that cash? Because Sandra still is thinking about doing Zora. Again, we know it's a location. We also know that it'll be worthless. Let's see what happens. In the Graveyard Ledge, we get all of... See this? Oh, come on, Potsy. See, you get that kills the suspense. That's not how the rhythm of this is supposed to.
Oh, there we go. 80% of the way.
Oh, and thank you, chat, for confirming that Big Chest Swamp is indeed the map, because, yes, they were looking and we weren't. So big thank you to chat on that. Now, wouldn't this be funny is if we get to Triforce before even getting a glove?
Are there enough checks we can do? I mean, there are 4 items in Thieves and 2 in Skull Woods and 3 in Village of... Yeah, I guess it's theoretically possible. Oh, there's our glove. Too bad it's glove locked.
This game is awesome! Oh, this is just... It's like every time I think I know how glorious this game can be, it just comes back and, like, melts your face with awesomeness.
But yes, as Chap just pointed out, we need 7 pieces and a glove, because once we have 1 glove, we can have the Titan's mitts, and then we can go up and get the piece off Floating Island.
This is lovely. This is just lovely. First check, and it's a burrito.
Now,
A high fiber burrito.
Sunshine, if Old Man Sunshine just rejects the meta and goes right first, everyone goes left first. He's going left first. If he went right first, he could have gotten his hook shot, but the meta says go left first, and everyone goes left first.
But then what would have happened is that if Old Man Sunshine had done that, there still would have been an item in that left, and if Old Man Sunshine had finished going through the rest of Swamp Palace, then there would be the second guessing. And
he could have hook shot over to the left after getting the hook shot on the right.
That is true. I wonder why people don't do that. Oh, Sandra's not enjoying the little pixel movement to get through the little vertex between the star pieces. Oh, that's too bad.
Right. I honestly don't know why, like, people hold so strongly to the meta of doing left first in left side swamp.
I think because of where you come up in the room, you do come up to the room more on the left side than the right, so there's a bit of a subliminal suggestion to go to the left side.
I suppose.
Better explanation than you got.
My explanation was mostly convention.
Equal opportunity. You see, the idea is you can make some of the people like you some of the time, but my answer is I can make everybody hate you. Meanwhile, blink and you miss it. Down goes the moth for Sandra's. Gets a nice wayfinder for his trouble. Now,
I'm surprised he did the boss first. I guess he figured, well, I found the fire rod. Maybe that's trying to tell me something.
And I'm sort of thinking that as well. Yeah, like I would have done this check actually before doing the boss.
Yeah, with the mirror, again, going back to how the meta works, the meta says if you have the mirror, usually you do this chest first.
And especially when we're just trying to find 8 more Triforce pieces. I was thinking 7 because I was all hopeful. So everything seems to be in the front side of Skullwoods. Can't wait to see it. Depending on how things goes, that cape on, as Chad was pointing out, the cape on Helmsor King might actually be progression.
And while we're waiting, we do actually have a finisher already. Supernin Taylor has finished in first place with a time of 1:13:34. So GG's to him.
Holy cow, GG's to him.
He must have just gone straight for Swamp or straight for Aga or something. I don't know.
That is a wowzers kind of fast. Very. So meanwhile, we're getting a whole bunch of keys. We got a Triforce piece. Again, very lovely. Now, interestingly, neither Oben Sunshine nor Sandra's remembering they have silver arrows to take care of Argus. That's just
See, if we had just done the front of Skullwoods first, we would have gotten 2 pieces of Triforce and been out of there.
Again, where's the fun?
But yes, I agree. It's curious that they found the silvers and then didn't use them on Argus, and Old Man Sunshine has not been counting chests because he's going back for the map.
Well, in C House, we find... I don't give that a C. I give that a C+.
Yay.
I've been playing too much Animal Crossing. C House, it's at least a C+. Win a vanilla piece of heart in the chess game. And the greatest burrito ever told. Old Man Sunshine raging, realizing, why wasn't I counting like chat? Oh dear. Alright, so down to the brewery we go, and we find... Explosion Coin! Explosion Coin is happy coin, but I'm using the state of Texas.
So, 4 items here in Thieves. And then we could fake powder.
See what we have. Well, we know that we're probably checking that big chest.
The big chest's probably vanilla. Except that it'll be the gloves rather than the mitts just because of progressive glove rule.
Technicalities again.
I was wrong. It's not that we're gonna get vanilla gloves in Desert. We're gonna get vanilla gloves in Thieves.
See, this is why we just shouldn't make predictions. Well, we got another Triforce piece. Feeling a little hunky-dory. We get a nice vanilla big key. And we get Old Man Sunshine taking off again. Sandra's getting very frustrated right now.
You can take out your aggressions on some Zazax.
I also think that Sandra's is looking at his rupee count going, I don't think I can Zora check yet. So chat wondering, it's been an hour and only 2 crystals. The need to finish dungeons is not quite as great as a standard seed because we're in a Triforce hunt. And that little counter above their hearts, we really want to see 40 Triforce pieces, which are mixed into in the item chests. And once we hit 40, we warp to the Triforce and finish. So we don't actually have to finish all the dungeons in order to actually complete this seed, for those who've never seen a proper Triforce hunt. I don't know about you, Drosy. I'm hoping for book. I want to see how far we can go without a pair of gloves.
It is impressive. Like, I don't care whether this is Triforce Hunt or open mode or what, because, you know, the logic has to make everything accessible either way. When the heck do you see an open mode seed an hour 20 in with no gloves?
Tell you about a year and a bit ago. I do remember one where the gloves were kind of some of the last, like what we're seeing now.
Oh,
and we got powder, and then we got to Magic Bat, and Magic Bat gave us the shovel, and then the shovel gave us a glove. It was that bad. Sorry to interrupt. What was your what you were about to say? Sandros was doing something very silly.
He's just scrounging up every rupee he can find.
Mm-hmm.
The equivalent of stooping for a penny on the ground.
You know, at this stage, a penny saved is a glove earned!
I told you it was gonna be vanilla at this point.
There's got to be a variation here. There's got to be a variation here for... It's in the same place, but it's not the right progression item. There's got to be a thing.
And there's 37, so Blind could have 38. We know where to get the mitts, which opens up Dark Death Mountain, and we know there's at least one piece up there. Statistically, there should be another.
True, in Hookshot Cave, I think what we're going to see is Sandra's finishing off here and then probably heading to Dark Death Mountain as fast as that bird will carry him. Because we got the one on the floating island, and there's enough stuff in Dark Death Mountain that, statistically speaking, we should find 2 more. Unfortunately, Sandra's not sticking to script. Getting a little pummeled by the flying heads and red balls. Ooh, getting a little too close to my... Oh, that... I did not need that kind of tension in my life. Gets 10 sticks for the trouble.
Okay, but still Dark Death Mountain.
I mean, where else are you gonna go?
Right, we have the known piece of Triforce on Floating Island. We have 4 checks in Hookshot Cave, 2 checks in Super Bunny Cave, and 1 in Spike Cave.
Statistically said. Oh, don't worry, we have Bumper Cave!
Bumper Cave is where we need to get the mitts.
Right. So I was saying we have to do that first.
Yeah.
We want to do that first in order to get easier Dark Death Mountain access. I know what I'm
if we can get past the murder dactyls.
So yeah, that's what Escape from Jurassic Park.
So, how is Sandra's 5 Triforce pieces ahead? Because there were 2 in Thieves Town, 2 in Skullwood, so that's 4. Where's the extra one that Sandra's picked up?
Good question. They both did Lake Hylia.
Right, and they both did Lumberjack.
I think we're... Oh, I was like, are we going to get a fake powder? Oh, we're going to do a... We're going to get a... You're gonna get a Brothers Grimm check. We can also get a hammer peg check as well. Very interesting.
Oh, chat's saying that Old Man Sunshine did not pick up the Triforce piece on top of Spectacle Rock, which is kind of odd if true.
There's the interesting part. There's the interesting part right there. We got a Triforce piece from Hammerpeg Cave. Oh, this could be very good. So, question is Sanders going to do a fake powder? Yes, we've got. We've got Fire Rod. We're going for fake powder.
Yeah, and then don't bother with the purple chest, because in the time it would take you to do that, you could be up on Death Mountain getting Triforce pieces.
So that would just be a silly waste of time. Speaking of silly waste of time, why did we bother saving that blacksmith, man? I don't need your love. I need your golden triangles. Alright. Oh, the King of Samaria, and magically powder appears. I thought it would be cursed with today. Hey, wow.
Okay, so that's go mode. I mean, Sandris just needs to get out of here, flute to 1, and grab that last piece.
And we are done like dinner.
Old Man Sunshine realizing, oh yeah, no glove, need to go around.
If only he knew to warp to the big chest. No, he can't do that. Yes, I'm keenly aware. Thank you very much. Now here would be the funny thing. What if on the way up we don't even get to the floating island, we just find something in Super Bunny?
That's entirely possible.
See, that would just be lovely. And we can all be home in time for dinner. It is unbelievable that we could get 38 pieces before getting a glove. That's just mind is blown.
Well, one of them was out of logic.
Logically, again with this taking me, but never mind.
I know, logic schmogic.
I know, who needs logic in a randomizer?
Okay.
Game!
So now we save and quit and we go and talk to Murdala in the courtyard. And Sandris finishes with an official SRL time of 1:28.22, which is good for third place. He was actually beat out by about a minute and a half by Signums, who was in second at 1:26.53.
Our finishers, a nice close race for second and third. See if we can get Sanders here in the commentator's booth a moment, because I got a couple of questions.
Well, as soon as he's marked done on the tracker, that should send him an automatic invitation.
I know Old Man Sunshine's just a few minutes behind.
And we're joined by Sandris. GG. If you're saying anything, we can't hear you.
Would help if I'm wearing the right headset.
There you are.
Hey, Sanders, well done. some crazy, like, risky plays that just absolutely paid off.
You call them risky. I call them. This is last location, and what are you kidding me?
Welcome to what our reactions were basically the entire time watching you. You went into Swamp, I was going, oh, I don't know about that play, doesn't have hook shot, only 4 checks. And of course, you can say your line again if you like, because you said it better than I ever could.
Are you kidding me? We had Vanilla Hammer, 1 chest French Vanilla Swamp. Finally make my way around, and then I get to that bumper, and I just stared at it. I'm sure you saw it. I just stared at it for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Nothing like a good glove-locked glove.
And then the vanilla glove.
Yup.
My goodness. And then just, yeah, all of it. We're just shaking our heads going, really? No, wait, really? I think that's about the only thing we can say here, because honestly, you really just all the right moves.
Yeah, I guess the only 2 questions I have for you in terms of things that cost you time and probably wound up making the difference between 2nd place and 3rd place. You spent all that time in Hera Basement just to get 1 item upstairs, and you went to back of Skullwoods before front of Skullwoods. So what were your thoughts on each of those?
Hera, I was like, I forget. I think it was like I wasn't even at 20 yet, so I was like, okay, or it's close to 20. I forget. It's like, yeah, let's just go upstairs and figure this out. Back of Skullwoods, that one's easy enough though. I always do back of Skullwoods first when I have Fire Rod. Always.
So you just figured Fire Rod was sending you a message.
Yeah, like whenever I have Fire Rod, and as much as I did, granted without the glove, I always head straight for the back. That way, I don't have to backtrack twice. Or I still have to backtrack twice, but I don't have to go extra backtracking.
Actually, you were given the access to Pyramid Fairy really early on, and you actually hesitated. So I'm just kind of curious, what was the hesitation for doing the Pyramid Fairy check?
It wasn't so much hesitation. It was just me looking at the money. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I still need to check Zora. Because I hadn't done Zora at all. And it was like, I'm just looking for money. I'm sure you saw me stopping and like farming enemies all the time, going to the back of Eastern for money, killing as many enemies as I could for money. And of course, almost everything had the bomb only drop.
Well, you were in a better position than Old Man Sunshine, who didn't even have enough money for Kiki, and since he hadn't Hula Hand, and at that point you guys had flippers and no glove, he couldn't Hula Hand. He had to do Blindside several times over.
Yeah, I was thinking I was going to end up having to do that at that point, because I was like, I started going into Smith, I'm like, oh, that's another 10 rupees, and I'm at exactly 500.
And if it makes you feel any better, by the way, you would have gotten nothing for Zora anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a worthless check for you. So you did, you done good.
Yeah, and what was it that I got that last before I went up to? I've already forgotten because there's just so much bad in this seed. What was that last Dorito I got before I started the mountain climb to go for what was going to be Floating Island, but ended up being Super Bunny?
Magic Bat, fake powder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, I got that. I did that fake powder. I'm like, to the mountain. We know there's one on the mountain. Go. We're in go mode.
Yeah.
So Old Man Sunshine, unfortunately, is checking the Mire area, and if he were to just go to Skull Woods right now, he'd be done because he's too short, but we'll have to see if he finds anything in Desert.
too short. He's of average height.
He's an old man. Of course he's short.
It's been like this all night. For better, for worse. Ah, goodness. So, Wildman Sunshine gives us a tour of Desert Palace. Sanders, any other thoughts on the seed?
This was it's like, and I called the 2 o'clock a trash seed. With its hammer in iced tea. This,
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that.
yeah, this with all of its vanilla/French vanilla items.
Yeah, this was just nuts. This was just nuts. And just watching every play that I would, like, every time I would call Doom and Gloom, you would always come out smelling like Rose, man. Every time.
I'd like to see Superman Taylor's route through this, since he, what was it, like 10 minutes before I did finished?
Over 16.
Yeah.
He had like a 113.
Yeah, I'd love to see his route through this.
That one is admittedly bonkers. Speaking of bonkers, Old Man Sunshine, 1 Dorito away.
And if he just went to Skull Woods, he'd have it.
Has he done the mountain ones yet, or?
Yep. He didn't do Spike Cave, though, did he?
No, he hasn't
can't
done
remember.
Spike Cave yet. No, he hasn't.
Okay.
But it'll be...
Okay, looks... Or he could fake powder the magic bat. I don't think he did that either.
No, but we're getting a Skullwoods check.
Okay, he'll be done in a couple minutes then.
Now, when Superman Taylor's showing up in chat, telling us that the VOD will be ready if we're curious. Good lord, yes. I am excruciatingly curious. And Superman Taylor saying, skipping Zora, skipping second item in Hera. Well, yeah, but there's also another, 9 other minutes to account for Holy Good Gravy.
Oh, so he's gonna do Pound Pound Town now, and he'll get it that way, okay. I've wanted to use those words, and I can do that in a daily. I can't do that in a tournament race.
See, I wanted to, but considering I've been away for a little while, I thought, I don't know what the rules are on PPT.
And I spent so much time today learning Icebreaker.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, at least you have it in your pocket for next time.
Yeah, at least I know the pixel.
Did you dive her down? I can't remember.
Mm-mm. That's the next one I gotta learn. Heck, actually, first I should learn the bomb jump.
Old Man Sunshine, do you realize you have 40 out of 40? You don't need to return the Smith, or is it just going to make you feel good to return the Smith? I guess he just wanted to get rid of the Smith.
Does it glitch out if you have Smith with you when you complete the game?
I don't know. I mean, I've never tried. It's never come up. We can ask him.
Yeah, that's a question I want to know. Is if you bring the Smith with you to the Triforce room, does the Triforce say no? You may not, or maybe the Smith touches it and the wishes for piles and piles of ore.
Anyway, Old Man Sunshine has finished in 4th place overall and 2nd on our restream with an official SRL time of 1:38:43. So get your GGs in.
Indeed, GG's for finishing this horrendous, evil, maniacal seed.
Or OMG, as the Triforce is saying.
We got 38 triangles before getting a glove. Let's get Old Man Sunshine in here. Old Man Sunshine, GG's.
Hi.
Hi, GG's. This was quite a seed.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we've all been kind of shaking our heads here, watching along with you. Just some unfortunate things with rupee counts.
Yeah, the rupee count was one thing, but that's a given for Triforce. But holy crap, some of those item locations.
Yeah, the rupee count definitely made a difference because Sandris actually did Houlihan pretty much right off the bat, and then you were kind of stuck when you ran out of rupees because you couldn't Houlihan at that.
Yeah, and then I missed the rupees in Eastern when I went through there.
Oh yeah, Sandris did that too.
Yeah, that's I haven't raced enough Triforce to remember this kind of thing. So yep, that was a downfall for sure.
That's where I lost time, being an idiot in Eastern.
Well, guess what? I was an idiot for everywhere else. So
No. What happened is I'm halfway through the back of Eastern, and I just realized. You're kidding? I forgot the big chest.
Oh right, you had to go back in for tempered.
well, if you feel any better for Swamp, I went all the way through, got the big key off of Argus, looked at my items and said, I'm missing one. I need to go back to the big chest, not realizing, oh, that missing one is in the big chest. Yes, the map.
we had a few rage slashes in there along the way. Just a few. So actually, here's actually a legitimate question here. So you get your 40, and you still drop off the Smith.
Oh, you know what? I could have taken him with me. My bad.
No, we were wondering, does a game... We've never seen it, actually. Does the game glitch out if the Smith shows up in the Triforce room? Or does the Smith get that wish instead?
I have no idea. Just something in my brain said, oh, I can't be having this person behind me. So, not like I lost precious time. I came in last, after all.
Listen, Rando is Rando. I mean, we had so many vanilla item locations. It was and French vanilla item locations. It was just, it got to the point of stupid. Like when Drosy and I, when we saw that the gloves, the first gloves were in Thieves Town, we're going. Cedric, can you give us the line one more time, please?
Are you kidding me, game?
Yeah, that.
So I took kind of a reverse route. I went by Bumper Cave first and saw a glove. And as soon as I got to the basement of Thieves Town and discovered I needed a glove to get through that room, I immediately went, it's here, isn't it? Because it would make perfect sense.
Yeah, I was in the same boat. I'm like, I'm about to get after seeing the other two vanilla, I was like, I'm about to get a vanilla glove here, aren't I?
Yep.
Or at least I'm about to get a vanilla glove. And I'm there was another word I was about to say there.
There are words to describe this sea that cannot be said on a family-friendly channel.
Again, we do applaud you for your restraint. Because goodness knows when we get offline, I'm sure there's going to be a very large expletive deleted rant.
I'm going to go play Left 4 Dead 2. That'll relieve some of the stress, I think. Wow. I mean, gloves that late. That's just, I've never seen that.
Well, Sanders actually had 38 pieces of Triforce before getting a glove.
Yeah.
Like, we were, and I'm using my fingers in like a quarter-inch distance apart, this close to thinking we could get a gloveless Triforce. Like,
it would have just needed the Triforce in the big chest, and then the Triforce on blind.
Yeah, it really was that close. It was. Can I just stupid? Can I please just say just stupid here?
Yes, we're describing an inanimate object, so I think stupid is all right.
Absolutely, its intelligence was indeed lacking.
or quite the reverse.
Randos do that. Anyway, old man Sunshine, do you have any final thoughts on this seed outside of... Or just make sure it's family friendly.
Well, in that case, no. But GG's and thanks for putting on the race, y'all. I appreciate it.
Indeed, thank you for running for us and providing us with a couple hours of amazing entertainment. Both of you, GG's, Old Man Sunshine, GG's, Sandra's, both of you.
Yep.
So, not much left to say, but thank you all very much for watching. This is the part where I say, if you haven't already started following our runners, please follow our runners. They're both fantastic. And I want to give a giant special thanks to our tracker, Cyber Child, who, without anybody tracking, there's no way that we can do our job. And Drosy, big thank you to you for making calming way too much fun as it always is. My apologies again for my children making me a little bit behind. Looks like you held your own amazingly well, and thank you so much. I leave the last word to you.
It was fun. It was a pleasure. Hey, it was great doing a Triforce hunt seat. I haven't done one of these in a while.
And I don't think we'll do one again.
But just to put in a plug, if you want to see more speed gaming stuff tonight, this channel is going offline, but any of Speed Gaming Prime and Speed Gaming 2 and 3 have stuff coming up. We have a Zelda 1 randomizer, we have a Final Fantasy randomizer, we have a Metroid Prime any percent tournament, so yeah, give the Speed Gaming family channels a follow. They're great for putting on these events, and you'll see a whole lot of, randomizer and any percent type runs on here. And once again, it was a pleasure. Thanks again to the Bass Beast. It was fun calming with you, and have a good night.